goodbye to RuneScape Classic, it was good to me. Finished every quest it had, easy as 1, 2, 3. 22 full years of questing to make our deaths forevermore. RuneScape 3 Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, questing through 2004. Welcome back to September 14th, 2004. It is time to start using some of this cash stack. And the sum of the cash stack is going to remain the same amount for reasons that we will get to later. But we have more money than we will need. So we're going to invest this over here at the Magic Guild. We still can't get inside here because we don't have 66 magic. So grabbed a Wizard Mind Bomb. Now we can. Luckily, this is actually going to get us magic experience. So that will be helpful. Trade the magic store owner here. And we're going to purchase nature runes. 300 nature runes in the store now. More than it would have been, but also they don't restock as fast. Personalized shops in 2009, so we can't just hop worlds to get as many as we want. This should all come back in 24 hours. So 300 nature runes here at the cost of 111,000 coins. Confirm. And another 300 over here in the Mage place. Mage arena? Sure. Magic towers, magic holes in the ground. Money well spent on 600 nature runes. Very cool. And now, we're going to use some of these nature runes to alch a few things. Alch the Rune Spear KP for 1,000. And now we don't have enough fire runes. We can solve that easily enough by teleporting over to Varrock here and getting a fire staff. That's going to be necessary anyways. Trade Zaf, Staff of Fire. Perfect. And for inventory sake, we don't want the black kite shield. We can always get the black kite shield back. But we're going to be working towards a time where we don't need a black kite shield. And also the black kite shield's not very good. So, elk, the black kite shield, not the rune axe. Different things, definitely. There we go. And now, we'll teleport to Falador. And drop a bunch of things. We don't need a knife or any of these other runes. We do want the axe and the nature runes now. And I guess this is in here. I'll be fine. Heading into the Dwarven Mine, where we're going to go first go pick up a rune pickaxe. That'll be helpful. And then we'll be staying in here for any amount of AFKing we want to do. It's slightly less AFK than the woodcutting and fletching portion, but it's very, very important that we get our mining and smithing up. I mean, technically just the smithing portion is what actually matters currently, but more mining XP is also good. And we're going to be making some interesting and useful things, which will also be nice. So, first up, we need the pickaxe, obviously. Over here in Nurmoff's shop, we're going to get the rune pickaxe. Only 16,000. Reasonable. And there's also something that we're going to have here. So now, we've got both the axe and the pickaxe. Delightful. Now, the mining and smithing portion. Well, I guess now the mining portion, realistically. Down here, in the Dwarven Mine, we've got coal, we got iron, so that means we have steel. Using the Superheat item spell, we'll be turning the bars, or turning the ores into bars here, without having to constantly teleport back to Falador and then walk back over and over. Definitely going to be a lot faster. And all it costs is a bunch of nature runes. We will see how far we can get with 600 runes per day here, because that is like the hard limit due to shop restocking. So, going to be a little bit of this, and then potentially also a little bit of woodcutting and fletching. Depends on how we're doing. So yeah, really easy to mine the iron. We got 58 mining already. That's pretty good. And I guess we're going to be getting the geodes here too. Instead of worrying about constantly having to drop those, we're just going to take another inventory space for that. Using 7 of our inventory spaces like this, and then I guess technically an 8th, since we need to have a space to mine the coal here, would be wildly inconvenient if we had to teleport to Falador. But we don't. Instead, we were just going to keep on doing this. And this part here is definitely not the most AFK. Doing the superheating portion. This gives magic and smithing XP, which is very good. And we can just keep on mining while we do it. Very convenient. Keep on doing this. We're making extra bars which are being sent to the metal bank, which is not ideal. I think after every trip here we're going to have to take the bars out of the metal bank and drop them. They come out noted, so I'll be fine. Because if we don't, we'll end up making things we don't have the actual bars for. Also, there is no such thing as a metal bank, so there's that. And one more coal here. There you go. By the end of this, we might have a gem from all these geodes, I guess. Yeah, that just went through a good chunk of the nature runes. That'll be okay. And then we come over here and heat at the forge, where we're going to be making stuff from steel. Get rid of the bar here first. Drop it. Steel. And we're going to be making dart tips for use with all of our feathers. Now, one thing that we're going to have to pay attention to here is the massive difference in the number of dart tips that we should be getting. Changed due to how much slower smithing is. It's now 50 dart tips instead of 10, but we're only going to keep 10 of them. That should be alright. So, we begin project, steel dart tips. And then, we do it again. And again. In a weird workaround that allows you to have multiple things. They should all be hot. That'll be great. And then after this, we're going to have another inventory space used up. Because at least the dart tips stack. So we got that going for us. At level 54, we might try figuring out a mithril dart tips idea. That's going to be more everything. Would be more smithing XP, more mining XP, more fletching XP. But the trips, in order to make mithril, would be significantly longer. Because we don't really have a mithril location that also has coal and an anvil. So, we have to figure something out. Here is our steel dart tips. Now, coming together. 53 smithing. And that is smelt rune bars 25% faster in mining and smithing rework land. For us, that is mithril medium helmets. We don't really have any reason to make a mithril medium helmet, but now we can. 59 mining. That is a quest requirement and 5% better critical swings. We get that. We can't decide not to. Realistically, for us, 59 mining is no actual unlocks. 54 smithing. That is a quest requirement. And heating rune 33% faster. Actually level 85 for rune smelting. But what we actually get is mithril swords and mithril dart tips. The mithril dart tips would obviously be more fletching experience and mining and smithing, I suppose, than the steel dart tips. But mithril is definitely more of a difficulty. We have very few choices of where we could mine the mithril and coal. The mithril that would have been down here in the Dwarven mines is now stuck in a resource dungeon, so we can't actually use that. The only appropriate mithril ore we have available currently is in the Grand Tree mine, and it is definitely a process to get to the Grand Tree. And then we also need to get to coal, which is in completely different places, and an anvil in another completely different place. So realistically, we would be having to go to so many different places, running for very extended amounts of time, or we just stay down here and not have to worry about all that. And I think this is just going to be, it's probably even just faster, straight up. We would need to like teleport to Ardoin, go to the Spirit Tree, and then from the Spirit Tree to the Grand Tree, down into the mine, mine the mithril, teleport to either Falador or Ardoin again, mine some coal, smelt it with superheat, go to Varrock to an anvil, the entire process. Really, really not ideal. So I think we'll just stay here. 55 smithing. That is heat cap of rune raised by 100. That's still 85 smithing. Also, we can make the Death Garden Skull Lantern, tier 60. And use the Scroll of Efficiency. But really, we can make mithril scimitars and mithril arrow tips. I'm just going for darts instead of arrows, because the arrows are not useful and it's just easier. It's fine either way. But this way I don't have to go and get tens of thousands of arrow shafts. Not really what I want to do right now. 60 mining. Pretty cool level. Milestone. Achievement. All that stuff. That is 2 quest requirements and a mini quest requirement. Access to the Mining Guild, or Calcite and Dracolith ore, rare gem rocks and Lunar Isle mined, Orichalcum and Dragon pickaxes, Argonite ore and Argonite pickaxes. Of these, access to the Mining Guild is what we actually get. Unfortunately, the Mining Guild is not as great for us as it would have been. I mean, realistically, it wouldn't have actually mattered. Because what we would have gotten here is coal and mithril. And the mithril that we would want to use would have been up in the non-mining guild portion. But now, it's got coal, runite, and or calcite. So, what we actually get here is just more coal, further away from the anvil over there. So, not very helpful. Not very helpful for us. Okay. So, run out of nature runes, so I need to go get more. But there's only 2 in the store. And that is because the personalized shops for very specific things work in another entirely different way. Most things come back eventually over 24 hours, but runes, feathers, and broad arrowheads refresh completely on the daily reset. So we could buy 2 nature runes right now. That's not too helpful. And probably going to be the same case out in the other store. I guess I'll check. But if it's all runes, it should be all runes. So we're going to need to pay attention to when we can get more runes, I guess. Interesting. Yep. Also no runes here. So, failing that, the next thing we can do here is make some steel darts. We've got 29,900 dart tips, but we also made 5 times many as we should have. So we can make 5,980 here. So, make some regular old steel darts for some very, very fast fletching XP. Technically, we could probably argue that we should get more than 10 dart tips because of how much longer the smithing takes. But I'm not too worried about it either way. So, this is fine. Nice chunk of fletching XP. Well, that was quick. 5,980 steel darts. Just going to drop the rest of them. Drop it. And also the sedentary geodes. Going to Alk, the Staff of Fire, and teleport over to Camelot. Teleport over to Camelot. The dart tips on the ground there, that we are getting rid of, have a value of like 3.8 million. So, definitely worth dropping over. But we can't keep them, so that's fine. For the darts that we did keep here, we also don't really need these. Due to the XP changes, just darting a bunch of chickens is not really helpful. No. And they're only steel, so they're really not very good. So we'll sell them for 3 coins each here. We get 17,000 coins back on our initial investment of like 220,000. That's okay. It's something. It's something. And now, I'm gonna go get a knife, and we can go back to woodcutting and fletching for a little bit. At least until reset happens. And we can get more nature runes. Just a little bit of fletching money here. Going to be a bit of a balancing act between making money from fletching and spending money on nature runes. All works out. 300 more nature runes here. And also gonna get some teleport runes to get to the other rune shop, and then back to Falador. And also to Falador a first time to get a Mind Bomb, and also to Varrock to get the Fire Staff. Lots of moving parts here, but we got plenty of law runes, so we will manage. We will manage nicely. Fire Staff. And then we go to the Watchtower. all over the place. All over the place. Really is working out. Technically, we could not get rid of the staff every time. But we still need to teleport to all these other places anyways, so not really worth another inventory space lost. We're still just keeping the rune pickaxe every time, because we would lose 15,000 coins trying to alch that. So that's not really worth it. This will be fine, though. This will be fine. Drink. In we go. Grab the nature runes from here. It is slightly beneficial that we don't need to worry about when we come back to the magic shops, I guess. Would still obviously be even better if we just could hop worlds and buy as many runes as we wanted. So we really have a very hard cap here. 600. That's still a few hours of smithing per day. So it should be fine. It should be fine. 56 smithing. Smelt rune bars 50% faster. But actually make mithril longswords. Neat. 65 magic. All these superheats are working out. Magic XP. That is a quest requirement. Water Wave, Lunar Spellbook, Bake Pie, and Third Age magic equipment. None of these exist yet. That's okay. One more level, and we'll be able to just walk into the Magic Guild. That'll be useful. 61 mining. 5% better critical swings. Crimson skill choppas. And it would have been the level for the dragon pickaxe. That's now at 60. I don't think we're going to have a dragon pickaxe for a while. So, not going to be a problem what level it's at. 57 smithing. That has a chance at an extra rune bar, but actually mithril full helms and mithril knives. 58 smithing. That is heat runes 66% faster, sure. But actually, mithril square shields, which is actually pretty cool, because that's an upgrade over the black kite shield that we got as a drop before. Would have already had access to mithril square shields if it wasn't for the mining and smithing rework, removing most things from drop tables. But now we can actually smith and upgrade, which is pretty wild with the old mining and smithing tables here. But that's cool. Won't be needing shields for much longer here, but I guess we can make one for one more time here. A nice even 30,000 dart tips made. 1/5, so 6,000 turned into darts. Other 24,000 tips dropped. And now, also drop all the geodes. We get like 1 gem out of that. We've got gem rocks now, so it's not hugely concerning. We can find the shop guy around here somewhere. He wanders around a bit. Technically, we could also just make some steel stuff and sell it to a shop here. That's not really worth it. But instead, we can get a decent chunk of Fletch XP. There he is. Trade Dwarf. Sell all the darts for 18,000 coins. And also the staff. Don't need that right now. Okay. Very good. And now, we can go get some updates going. On September 20th, 2004, the very next update, this time, we get the next quest. And this quest is Regicide, which we have already technically started. Go back to the overview here. Need to complete Underground Pass, have 56 agility, and we have quite the list of items we're going to need. And it's going to be a lot more than this, too, because of tool belt and all that. But, as you saw, we already started it. And that is due to time shenanigans. The quest starts by getting a message from a messenger. I take it that you are Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. King Lathis sent this message for you. He's not a man you'd want to keep waiting. Message? Squire, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. You are needed to serve the kingdom of Kandarin. At last, our Magi have reopened the Well of Voyage. We must discuss your next commission. His Majesty, King Lathis. The messenger was a little bit overzealous, showing up before it was actually time to start. But now, we actually are ready. The time is now for Regicide. So we need to go and talk to the king. He's right over here in the castle, having a great time. Based on the name of the quest, it sounds concerning for him, but we'll figure things out, I'm sure. King Lathis, how you doing? I received your message, my liege. How may I serve the kingdom? Ah, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Yes, we have finally finished the work on the Well of Voyage. It is now time for us to move against my brother. I've managed to get a letter through to the elves that live to the west. They informed me that Tyrus and his brigands are camped up in the woods to the south of their city. The elves have agreed to help. However, they have their battles to fight. Unfortunately, the men-at-arms I promised you are unavailable, but I have faith that you'll get the job done. Finally, and most importantly, we must find an easy way to the Westlands. We cannot use the well as a trade route, and certainly cannot move any bulk of troops through there. In short, you must use the underpass to enter the Westlands, kill my brother Tyrus, find an easy route home, and finally return back here to report. And don't worry, you will be well rewarded. Just as easy as that, huh? Go to the Westlands, find a better way back, kill his brother, just make friends with the elves over there. What a situation. Unfortunately, as he said, the only way through is through the Well of Voyage. And that is through the end of the Underground Pass. So we have to go back through the Underground Pass, which is just fantastic. So if we're going to do that, we need to be fully prepared. So we've got many, many things to go pick up. And also, a few interesting new things that are going to be useful on our voyage. One thing that'll be very handy is the super anti-poison spawn here. There's going to be some poison, most likely. So getting at least a full potion here will be worth it. Unlike the shops, we can still hop worlds here to pick up item spawns. So we can get all of this that we will need. Also bringing 4 balls of wool. Might not actually need to bring these, at least not right now, but just to be safe. Filled up with sharks for maximum healing on our adventures here. Also got a big shark, which is 1 in 5,000 and doesn't exist. That would look very nice in my play-around house if I could keep this. But, unfortunately, just need to drop it. It's very big, and now it's on the floor here. Let's call it a sacrifice to the Underground Pass here. So hopefully we can get through here without any problems. Back into the underground pass we go. Back into the underground pass, oh no. Back into the underground pass today. Back into the underground pass. Hooray. A bit of confusion about which path through the grid we needed to take. But overall, the agility and especially the thieving, skipping the entire little bit of maze, all worked out fine. So here we are at the well. Have a chat here. Hello, Koftik. Hello, Hardcore Ironman Artic. How's things? I got pretty hurt getting here. These traps don't get any easier. Nope, they don't. Here, eat this. It should help. He gave us a bread. Thanks, Koftik. Magi have made all the preparations to the well voyage. Step into it when you are ready. You'll be the first to use it this age. Thank you, Koftik. See you again soon. I hope so. Yay, 20 health from the bread. And we can only attack the wizards. We can't ask them about what they're doing here. But the well's ready. Climb into the well. And now we're over here. An altar that possibly doesn't exist. A summoning altar which absolutely does not. And we can finally be the first to the Western lands this age. Exit the cave. Here is Idris. Halt, human. What are you doing here? Shh, what was that? What the? And then more elves show up and just shoot him dead. Morvran and Esilt. Are you the human by the name of Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic? Yes, that's me. Good. We've been expecting you. King Lathis sent word of your coming. You should speak with Lord Ireworth. He will help you track down the brigand Tyrus. You'll find his camp in the northwest of the forest. That is all the info they give us. And then they head back into the forest themselves. And now, we're out here. Very cool. Running through the forest, we will find many problems. We got ways we can't go. The ways we can go have suspicious piles of leaves, which we fail to jump over, and fall into a spike pit. Not a good time. Jump the leaves. There we go. And that's an achievement. To attempt to pass a leaf trap. Guess we clicked on the wrong side the first time and failed to attempt to. That's a shame. Alright. So here we are in Isifdar. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff. Got some sticks we need to pass, which we managed to succeed the first time. Very skillfully. Very cool. Just need to head up to the northwest here. Should be good. Also going to kill a rabbit, for reasons. Take the rabbit. Trying to make sure we click on the right side of the jump here. Cross safely. Brilliant. The less times we can fall into a spike pit, the better, I would say. Cross the log balance. And we are in an elf camp. It looks terrible. They got a giant pool of water. Crummy looking tents. My goodness. Lord Ireworth, how's it going? Hello. I'm Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Your scouts said that I should come and see you. Ah, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Welcome to Isifdar. I understand you've been sent here to rid us of that criminal Tyrus. I offer my full support. Unfortunately, all my troops are hunting down a group of renegade elves, but you should find one of our trackers by Tyrus's old camp. He should be able to help you. Thank you. I shall return when my task is complete. Very good. So we will head back this way. One thing we could do while we're here, possibly, make some more inventory space. Do you even have a loom here anymore? It's in the big building. You got a loom? Should be a loom here. Not seeing it. Maybe it's not here anymore. There's a magpie bling. That's kind of the whole idea of bringing the balls of wool with us. Not on the map. We can't go inside anything here. I might not have a loom. Maybe it's at the other place. We'll figure it out. We need to go find this tracker guy. He is back at the old camp. We don't know where that is, but just running through the forest, having a great time. Trying not to fall in spike pits. Living the dream of not falling in spike pits, I guess. Here's the sticks again. See if we can continue to succeed at this. Walked over it, stabbed us in the face. These things happen. And didn't want to go this way. Back across the sticks, in the more difficult direction, where it keeps stabbing us in the face. You would think you could just not step on it wrong so it stabs you in the face. That's what agility's for. We're just completely incapable sometimes. Is what it is. So here is the old camp. Got a wagon and General Klepto the Blazing. That's a thing. Don't worry about that. Here's the elf tracker. Hello. Human, you must be one of Tyrus's men. No, I'm Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Lord Iworth said you may be able to help me. And you have something to prove this? Well, no. As I was saying, I have no time for brigands or outlaws. Okay, bye. Well, we need to get proof that we are here on Lord Iworth's behalf. That's fine. That's fine. I guess we will eat a shark here. We had enough damage. We could afford to have a shark. Jump back across the leaves again. Having a great time. Lord Iworth. Really could have given us something the first time. They've got a whole Civil War and non-Civil War going at the same time. Chain of command and trust and stuff. Sounds like a good idea to get that ironed out. Good day, Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. How may I help you now? Your scout refused to help, unless I take proof that you sent me. Bless his loyalty, but curse his suspicion. Here, he will recognize this. Lord Iworth gives you a crystal pendant. Shiny. That'll work. That'll work. And now, we go back to the same guy again. Brilliant. Luckily, there's only one trap in the way here, so we can manage. We can manage. Just need to be slightly careful. And not just click on the minimap and age away when there's an obvious trap in the way. It'll all work out. It'll all work out. Alright, let's see this scout here. And the tracker, specifically. Hello. Human, you must be one of Tyrus's men. No, I'm Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic. Lord Iworth said you may be able to help me. And you have some proof? You show the tracker the crystal pendant. That's Lord Iworth's pendant. He must have a lot of faith in you. Now, what is it I can help you with? I need to find Tyrus and kill him. Do you know where his camp is? Well, this was his old camp. After the battle a few days ago, they moved, and now we're having trouble tracking him down. Can I help at all? As it goes, I'm not actually tracking them at the moment. This here is the best trace we've had on our renegade brethren. What is? Ah, I guess you can't see with those human eyes. I tell you what. I'll continue to search here on the east side. You check out the west end of the camp. Come and tell me if you find anything. Okay. We searched the west end of the camp. We got some tracks. Try to follow the footprints, but they lead into an impassable woodland. Dense forest. Right there. Mysterious. I found tracks leading off to the west, where they trail off into the trees. Beyond that, I am unable to follow. Those woods are a tangle of animal tracks and hidden paths. There's bound to be a way past. Look for things like flattened grass, broken twigs, disturbed leaf litter, and such like. I'm sure now you know what you're looking for. You'll have no trouble following the tracks. Thanks. I'll see what I can find. It's also got a task system here later. Extra dialogue options, I suppose. Now, we can go through dense forest, which is very helpful for following the tracks here. Dense forest. Dense forest. I see you making nice with that elf. Tyrus guard here. One of King Tyrus's men. He's level 58, and the rune hatchet continues to work splendidly. So that, we know we're on the right track now, since we defeated one of Tyrus's men there. We'll continue. Step over this tripwire. Gets shot 4 times and poisoned. That's what the anti-poison's for. Dangerous. Dangerous. Now we're technically immune to poison for 6 minutes. So, that's fine. We continue on this way to the next section here. Go through this dense forest, or this Tyrus guard isn't even mined. I mean, we are human out here where the only humans are with Tyrus, so that makes enough sense. Here is General Henning. Hello. Yes, is there anything I can help with? I'm general of what's left of this army, and I'm rather busy. If you're a general, can you help me meet the king? The king will see no one. He can trust no one. Is there no way I can see him? In the coming battle, he will stand between us and the end. Then you will see him. Not quite what I had in mind. Mysterious. Alright. So, here's the tent flap. You cannot pass. These are the king's quarters. No one can enter without invitation. How do I get an invitation? If the king wants to see you, he will ask for you. What's the chances of that? Absolutely none. Now let me get on with my job. So, the king is in here. Should have like a unremovable roof so you can't see inside. That's okay. Very helpful. So we need to figure out a way to kill the king when we can't get to him. I'm going to grab a barrel here. Can we drop the crystal pendant? Let us keep it. Grab a barrel. Yoink. That should be good. And with that done, we've discovered where the camp is. We go and report this to Lord Iworth. Dense forest. Dense forest. Let's even talk to the guard here. Hey there. Good day. Yeah, what you want? I was wondering what you were doing out here. I was just wondering what I was doing here too. I meant to be looking after this catapult, but I can't keep my mind on the job. We've been living off field rations for almost a year now. I keep seeing rabbits in this forest, but I wouldn't give to each one. I'm not quick enough to kill any, and I'm no good with a bow. I can see how that would be distracting. Let's distract him. We got our axe here. We can make a fire. And cook this rabbit. Use logs with the tinderbox, since we don't have tool belt yet. Rabbit. Cooked. Pick up the rope again. Here you go, friend. Here, I cooked this for you. You cooked me a rabbit. Thanks a lot. You don't mind watching things while I take 5 to eat it, do you? No problem. So now he is distracted from the catapults. Back to Lord Iworth. Back through the forest. It's nice and dense. And tripwire. See if we get shot again here. Actually succeeded that time. Brilliant. Still have the poison immunity, so not a huge deal either way. That's okay. Cross here. Cross here. Cross here. And back to the north. The stretches of the forest here, where there's not traps trying to constantly stab us, pretty nice. Parts with the traps, a little more dangerous. But we've got the required agility level, plus like 1 extra level. So, we can manage. We can manage. Cross here. And Lord Iworth. How you doing? Hardcore Ultimate Ironman, Artic. How goes your search? Any luck hunting down that brigand? I finally tracked the brute down. His camp is in a secluded bit of forest, almost directly south of here. Good job. I had a plan to destroy his camp, using the knowledge found in this book. But before I had perfected any formula, they moved camp. Here, you may find the book useful. Lord Iworth gives you a book. Alright. Read the Big Book of Bangs. In this book, I will try to cover all the explosive reactions I witnessed on my travels. Let's start with one of the most simple reactions, one I'm sure you've seen yourself. When mining, certain gases are released. Once these gases are mixed with the air, it only takes a small spark to ignite them. Unfortunately, the result is uncontrollable. In the Far East, I found a recipe for a mix they call fire oil. The fire oil has an explosive capability, but also it sticks to anything it touches and burns. Ingredients: quicklime. This highly caustic compound is created by the endothermic reaction of limestone. Brimstone, known as yellow crystals. Odorless, insoluble, and brittle as a solid, but as a gas quite toxic, preventing respiration. Naphtha, a colorless, flammable solvent, one of the more volatile fractions of the fractional distillation of coal tar. And the preparation. Great care must be taken when mixing this. The brimstone, naphtha, and quicklime may be mixed at any time, but only lighted at the last second. The tricky thing is the delivery method. A naked flame is required to ignite the concoction. The problem being that the resulting explosion will cover the area in hot, sticky fire. The last bang in my list comes from a secret recipe digging compound based on nitroglycerin. I have seen the results but could not discover the ingredients. I'm told the secret of this dig compound can be found out by becoming an archaeologist. That last bit there was about the explosive we used in the dig site. But we're going to be working more with all that other stuff they were talking about. So we need to gather some ingredients out here. We need coal tar, we need some yellow crystals, we need some limestone. Lots of stuff to get. And we need to get it all over the place here. First up, we're gonna go see if we can go get the tar from the south here. It's either this spot or the next spot. We'll find out. Got all these demons and imps here. That's fine. Here's some tar and stuff. And sulfur. Find a good spot to grab the tar. Right here. Take the tar in our barrel. Can't reach that one. Use barrel and tar. Nope. And more tar we can get here. Need to grab a sulfur at least. It's being very picky about where on the coast we are here. I have better luck over there. Tar. It's kind of here. Tar. Somewhere along the coast here. This entire area is made of tar. You see, we just grab some. This was the right spot. Just had to actually stand next to it. Also went and got a few more barrels from camp to have extra of these in case we mess things up. Saves us from having to come all the way back, which is a good idea for sure. So we got sulfur. We can grind that up. Ground sulfur. We got the coal tar. So now all we need is some limestone. When doing this quest later, there are much easier ways to get limestone, but we only have one option here, and that is the mine to the northeast. We need to make our way through all the forests. At least we now have more options for ways to get around with the trees here. Ow. Fall in a hole. Climb up the rocks. Also, I don't think this is actually going to get us where we need to go, so we can go back around this way. It is a mess out here, that's for sure. Yeah, from here, head this way. There we go. The amount of food we brought is working out just fine. So, at least that's working. At least that's working. Cross the bridge here. We got some Prifdinous guards. Hey there. Hello. Please, can I get past? I'm sorry, but no humans may enter Prifdinous while those criminals are at large. I'm no criminal. Rules are rules. No one enters till the brigands are gone. May I ask why you are guarding a field? A field? Our great city of Prifdinous may be lost. We are proud to guard the land it once occupied. So instead of a giant crazy wall, also you can kind of see inside there, there's just a small crystal wall here with an obvious empty field behind it. Looking a bit different these days. So instead, it's gonna head not this way. So difficult getting to places out here. Further this way. Probably. Generally, if you find more traps, you know you're going the right way. Because they exist to try to stop you from going places. I'm gonna squeeze through here. Maybe not. Squeeze through here. There's a mine over there. Any trees we need to pass? I went this way. Maybe we do need to go the other way. Yeah, it looks like it's this way now. Nope. Fell into the leaf trap again. Ow. Yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Look at the up-to-date map here. Ugh. We'll go back around. Have a shark. Have a good time. My goodness. My goodness. We will get to this mine eventually. Probably. Probably take that there. I think this just leads to a clearing. That's not gonna work. Try taking this log. What a mess. What a mess. It's a dog. Cross here. Okay. So we just need to get over to this shortcut. By the looks of things. Here's some dense forest. That'll work. That'll get us down to here. Then we can get over there, probably. This looks like this just goes to Arndar, though. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Right. Back towards the entrance to the underground pass. Not going through there quite yet. Up this way. Probably. Maybe. Looks like there might be a leaf trap. I mean, we crossed the leaf trap, it didn't go anywhere. We'll go this way. It's probably fine. We will make it if we try. Alright, so this is heading up this way. Very good. Another tripwire trap. If we get poisoned here again, we'll probably need to go get more anti-poison. We made it. I think 2 doses of anti-poison is probably fine. But honestly, we should probably just get more. That'd be wise. There's some level 1 direwolves. Weird. This is supposed to be a lot stronger than that. Not much of a direwolf when they have literally 1 health. Bizarre. But here is the limestone mine. There you go. Brought our pickaxe. We can mine a chunk of limestone. Brilliant. Well, that should be good. That should be good. I think we are all ready to go and make some stuff here. Brought the water runes that we can teleport to Ardoin. I think we are ready to go. Grabbed everything we needed. Limestone, sulfur, barrels of coal tar. I think that's pretty good. Need to head to Remington. And also we need some coal. And also a few other things. Lots of steps. The loom that would have been in the Tyrus camp was removed in 2014. But since we got the balls of wool over there, we would have been able to make this strip of cloth. 2 strips of cloth? 1 strip of cloth. Hopefully that's the right cloth. General weaving, milestone capes, no. Well, 1 strip of cloth, I guess. Used to be more balls of wool than that. Wild. Not a bolt of cloth, definitely a strip of cloth. No. 4 balls of wool is used, sure. Interesting little small changes. Nothing super crazy though. Next step, limestone in the furnace. Do I have to place the limestone in the furnace? Yeah. Put it in the furnace. Retrieve a block of quick lime. Brilliant. If you didn't have gloves on, that would hurt you. That's something. Get a pot here. Go. Grind the quick lime into the pot. Add some sulfur. Not yet. Don't think we need a pestle right now. But now we need coal. We can get that. We've been mining quite a bit of coal. We know exactly where that is. These barrels of coal tar are also wildly heavy. Currently at 125 kilograms. My goodness. So we've been running out of run energy quite often here. Anyways, chemist. Talk about Regicide. Good day. I was hoping you could help me with a formula from this book. A formula, you say? Let me see that. Chemist takes the book and starts leafing through the pages. Yes, yes. Well, I guess you'll be wanting to use the old still. Huh? Well, you're going to need naphtha, quicklime, and brimstone. And what is naphtha and how do I make it? Well, to make naphtha, you're going to need to distill tar of some kind. You can use my still outside, but it's not been used in a long time. How do I use it? It's quite simple, really. It's not quite simple, really. You have to get the still heat up very high to make this fuel. But if it gets too hot, it will burn out and you'll have to start over. You must also watch the pressure. If it gets too high, you'll also have to start over. There are valves to control pressure and tar flow. These will also affect the heat of the still. Is that all? You also need plenty of coal to keep the still hot. And quicklime and brimstone, we've already figured out. So, should be good. But what is quicklime? Quicklime is usually made by the thermal decomposition of limestone. When it gets really hot, it glows like the sun. It's also extremely caustic. And brimstone? I've never seen it in this quantities the formula talks of. What's a yellow powdery formation? Much more than that, I don't know. Alright. We'll get to it then. Operate. Fractionalization still. Need to fill it with something. Fill it with coal tar. Here we go. So, we will release the tar. Pressure's in the green. Rotate it back. It's in the orange. Nope, too far. Release the tar in. Maximize it. It's in the green. Rotate the pressure valve. Release the pressure. And then start adding coal. And then if it gets too hot, we stop. Alright. Tar. Green. Add coal. It's going warmer. Add some more. Good, good, good. The heat's where we want it to be. One more. And there we go. Total distilled, all of it. And we get our barrel of naphtha. Ground sulfur in the quicklime. Best not. I think I best do. Quicklime with the sulfur. Something like that. Brimstone, naphtha, and quicklime mixed at any time. Only light it at the last second. So we need the sulfur and the quicklime together. What's the order here? What are we doing? We got the quicklime in the pot. That's under control. And then we need to... Do we not need to grind the sulfur? No, we need ground sulfur. Put this. Use that. These are the naphtha and the sulfur barrel bomb. Oh, slightly different. Strip of cloth in the bomb, barrel bomb. Brilliant. So now we don't need the other two barrels of coal tar here. Or any of this coal. We've accomplished that. But now, we need to take this bomb back through the underground pass. Let's get ready for that again. Back into the underground pass. Despite being massively weighed down with the barrel bomb, managed to jump over everything, make it through, no problems. Well, that's great. Now we just need to go and deliver our present here over to Tyrus. Should be doable. If we can pass these stick traps. As always, the danger. My face. There we go. Only a few tries. That's alright. Making our way through the forest again. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. None of the traps can stop us now. Essentially. In theory, we could have even better chances of success. We had higher agility, but we've managed. We've managed. Gets shot repeatedly. That's what managing looks like. Anti-poison. There you go. We've already distracted the catapult guard, so that's not going to be a problem. Run over here. Light our bomb. Use the bomb. Light it. Use it on the catapult and light it. Boy, don't mess with that. You want another rabbit? I guess he already ate his. Any rabbits right nearby? Oh, unfortunate. But we can go get another rabbit. That's not a huge deal. We still have the axe and the tinderbox. We have trees for days. Not a huge deal. Doesn't mean we need to pass over these tripwires again, though. So, that's good. Ow. That's what all the sharks are for, I suppose. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Dense forest. Dense forest. Yep. Die, rabbit. Make a fire. Grab the rabbit. There's also technically a way you can get food here. Cook some more rabbits and just eat them yourself. Definitely not the best food, so would recommend having something better. But that's okay. We don't need it. We got sharks. Probably more sharks than at all necessary, but you never know what's gonna happen out here. Could just get shot repeatedly, stabbed in the face, fall down in the underground pass over and over again. With how far it is to get out here, it's definitely best to be prepared. Don't want to need to make more trips than necessary through the underground pass. And speaking of the underground pass, we should never need to go through there again. So, that's good. Yeah, I cooked this for you. You cooked me a rabbit again. Thanks a lot. You don't mind watching things while I take 5 to eat it, do you? No problem. That's be great. Fire! We put the bomb on, light it, while the guard is distracted. Luckily, the catapult is aimed towards camp here. I'm just gonna casually put this here. Light it right before we fire it. And there it goes. And it's a raging inferno, where the king was trying to stay safe from everyone else. Problem solved. Let's go see how everyone is feeling. How is everyone responding to it all burns down? Hey, General Haining. Hello. This is not a good place to be. Go and prepare for the coming darkness. What do you mean? There is no great hero left to fight back the forces that face us now. Go, leave. Prepare for the darkness while you still have time. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Coming darkness? Yeah, whatever. That's okay. That's okay. It's not okay, as we will find out. Hey, catapult guard guy. How's it going? Alright. They say the king died from a flying fireball. Are you certain no one messed with the catapult while I was eating? I was the only one here. I was watching the whole time. Technically the truth. Fantastic. I didn't say that nobody messed with it. I was here. Watched the entire thing happen. I was watching the catapult the entire time. Technically correct. Alright. So now we can go and report our success to Lord Ireworth. Just a little bit more here. Still have poison immunity, so that's fantastic. Because we got shot again. Not a shark. There we go. Wild. Wild stuff out here. All the way back. All the way back. All the way back. And to the north. What an adventure. All the way out here. That'll be good. That'll be good. And then, just need to cross the leaves here. And one more log balance. I think we can fail the log balance at least, so that's a plus. Back into this dingy camp. Didn't look quite as bad earlier. Graphical reworks and all that. Lord Iworth, how you doing? Lord Iworth, the deed is done. Good, good. One of my scouts just reported that I've seen his tent in a ball of flame. I'm sure you will want to get back to your king and tell him. You'll undoubtedly want proof. Give him this letter. It verifies that the job is done. He should trust me enough in this matter. Lord Iworth hands you a scroll. You may use the pass through Arendar to return home. You'll find the start of the trail in the far northeast of the woods. I've ordered the guards there to let you pass the Arendar Palisade. Thank you, my lord. Technically, we could just go teleport to Ardoin at this point. We should go check out this pass through Arendar. Because that also accomplishes the other thing we need to do out here. Finding a better way back. Apparently the elves had that all along, so thanks for telling us. But we can get over there. Basically we just need to go back towards the mine, and then it's right over there. So we can manage. Just a few more traps to make it across. We'll do fine. Back through here. Back through here. Even if it is still quite the adventure, it's still a lot easier than going through the underground pass. Saves us a lot of work. Through here. Through here. Through here. And last dense forest. Cross the log balance. And away we go. The Arendar Pass. Oh, another tripwire. You get poisoned again? We got the anti-poison, so we're fine. Yep, there we go. Of course. Of course. How could we not get poisoned? How could that not happen? Here's the pass. Up into the mountains here. We got more wolves. See if there's also still level 1. It's weird. Just a windy path through the mountains. Again, still a lot better than the underground pass. Yeah, these direwolves are level 1. Weird. They're supposed to be... They were originally fairly strong as far as wolves are concerned. But whatever. That's fine. Sneaking our way through here. No agility obstacles yet. And even these shortcuts are not very good and extremely high level once they exist. So we're doing fine. We're doing fine. At least most of this other path doesn't exist yet, since there's nothing over there. I mean, you can see it on the map here. But here is the entrance. Got some elf warriors chilling. Hey there. Can't talk to them. Enter the huge gate. And they let us through. Both ways. Fantastic. And then this leads over to this corner of the map. Down here by the Gnome Stronghold to the north. So, that's good. Teleport back to Ardoin now, since it's still faster than running all the way over there. My goodness. And report to the king. The letter we have here is sealed. And we can't look at it. That's okay. We need to head back to the castle here. Where we get stopped by Ironman. Are you the human by the name Hardcore Ultimate Ironman Artic? Yes, that's me. Thank Saren. Maybe all is not yet lost. What do you mean? It was you that murdered King Tyrus. Do not bother to deny it. I was watching. There is much to explain and little time. You carry a message from Lord Iworth, do you not? Well, you seem to know everything else, so I'll not lie. Yes. Good. We understand each other well. Now hand it here and find the truth of who your real employer is. Show the message to the elf. He moves his lips silently, and the seal on the message is parted. Your Majesty, King Lothus. Your agent did well. The path is now open for the Dark Lord to enter this realm. You will yet live to see Camelot crushed underfoot. War Master, Iworth. Well, that's probably fine. I had no idea. There's still a chance to stop this, but we must be careful, or they will push their plans forward and act before we're ready. Give the message to King Lothus. He will not see my little spell. Act like nothing unusual has happened. You're going to be our man on the inside. You want me to spy? Okay, what's in it for me? How can I put this? This isn't a struggle for land or title. It is a war for life, all life. If the gate to Zamorak's world is opened, we all die. Deliver your message, act normal. We'll be in touch. Alright. We're just all gonna die. That's fine. Once again, we have done things. And now we need to fix the giant mess that we've made. But first, I'm just gonna go turn in the quest here. My lord, Tyrus is dead. This is grand news indeed. You'll forgive me if I'm a little apprehensive about this, but I take it you do have proof. Yes, I have a letter sent by Lord Iworth. You hand the king the message. He looks at the seal, then opens it. Yes, good. This will do nicely. Well done. You're really proving to be quite useful. I'll send word when I next require your services. Oh, and I guess you'll be wanting your reward. Quest completed. 3 quest points, 13,750 agility XP, 10,000 coins, quick route to Isavdar via Arendar. Charter ships don't exist yet, unfortunately. That'd be a much nicer way to get back over there. The ability to wield and use the Dragon Halberd, delightful. We'll talk about that here. And Slayer Elves don't exist either. No. Quest complete. And that gets us pretty close to 58 agility. That's nice. The main reward there is definitely the Dragon Halberd. It is a two-handed dragon weapon, so much stronger than like the Dragon Mace or anything like that, due to evolution of combat shenanigans. Originally, it also required 30 strength to wield, but now it's just 60 attack. Neither of those are a huge issue for us, since we have 74 attack and strength. But that is purchased all the way back over in the Tyrus camp. So if we want to get that, we would need to go back through Arendar and all of the traps in Isafdar, but definitely worth it. It also was like 325,000 coins, so no cheap option there, that's for sure. Overall, pretty good. Pretty good. And now we don't need a bunch of these things anymore, probably. What's next? What's next? Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We will be good. Drop a bunch of stuff, drop a bunch of stuff, drop a bunch of stuff. And Depends what we do before we move on to the next stuff, but overall, Regicide completed. Messing things up. Once again. Maybe we can not mess things up next time. Goodbye.